Can you tell me a bit about how food insecurity can affect mental health?
There's a huge connection between food insecurity and mental health. And one of the easiest ways to put it is let's talk about the word hangry. It's probably a word that many of us have used at one time or another. And when we're not getting the right nutrition, we're irritable, we're stressed. There's an impact in the stress that it may cause in a relationship. If you don't have enough food on the table, that likely means that you don't have the extra funds in your budget to buy food. And financial demands put huge pressures on relationships, worried about whether your kids are going to have food for the next day. And so when we think about mental health and the connection to food insecurity, we think about a lot of stress and anxiety, but also how it shifts our irritability in terms of having that lack of nutrition. We are seeing record-breaking numbers, and record-breaking numbers aren't something that we want to talk about at the Food Bank of Waterloo Region. We would all be happy if nobody had to access a food bank and that everyone had enough food and so that they didn't have to access food bank and we were all put out of work. That would be the ideal situation. But March, we recorded record-breaking numbers in our almost 40-year history. We have seen a very slight dip for April, but we also know that, ebbs and flows in the industry happen, and we're not at this time expecting to see drastic decreases for probably 3 to 5 years.
So when it comes to trying to get out of a rut of where you're seeing financial instability leading to this food insecurity and the impact of mental health, do you have any practices that you can share with people that they can get out of that kind of situation?
Well, one of the great benefits of our network in Waterloo Region is the Community Food Assistance Network, and we work with over 120 community programs and agency partners. And while the Food Bank of Waterloo Region provides food to those programs, those programs and agencies have so many other services that they provide, which we refer to as sort of wraparound services, because we don't want individuals to have to come back month per month. We want to make sure that they have the support that they need to hopefully end the cycle of accessing food assistance. So we have some programs that offer budget-friendly shopping, or others that give advice into how to budget. We have programs that help educate families about where that they can get childcare at a discounted price, or how they may be eligible for rebates from the government. And all of those things, maybe it's help to write a resume so somebody can become employed. All of those wraparound services our network, Community Food Assistance Network, offers to help an individual hopefully come out of poverty.
I'm glad to hear that there are those kinds of supports there for these people. How can they get in contact with either yourself, the food bank, of course, or any organization that may be able to give them those supports?
So if you are in need of food assistance, we have a food assistance outreach coordinator on staff at the Food Bank of Waterloo Region, where we will help match you with an agency close to your home. And so please call the Food Assistance Outreach Coordinator at 519-743-5576. And she will help to let you know where that program is offered, what days of the week, the hours and everything, and then the other services that you may expect when you go to that agency.
But, of course, it's a never-ending cycle. How can someone support, donate, or even show up to volunteer?
Definitely great questions. Right now, unfortunately, we're seeing more food go out of our building on a monthly basis than what we are seeing coming into the building. And so if the community is able to make a financial donation, we use those financial donations to help fill the gaps in our inventory, keep our trucks on the road to ensure that the food is delivered in a safe manner. Please go to our website at thefoodbank.ca and you can make a financial donation there. If you're out at the grocery store and you have extra room in your budget for the week, consider buying one of our top needed food items. things that are high in protein, low in salt, stews, chilies, things that are going to sustain somebody. And they can be placed in the bin at the door at most grocery stores locally. Or if you have time in your day, there's so much work that's happening in our warehouse. And that work happens because of the amazing community of volunteers that we have. And there's information on our website again at thefoodbank.ca on how you can become a volunteer.
Perfect. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I never give up the opportunity to say thank you to our community. Our community is incredible and allows us to do the work that we do.